Okay, so I went to the store down the street, to Blick Art, to buy some paint, and I came across something that I didn't need, but I didn't know that was they made. Um, this is a Van Gogh watercolor pocket box. Um, I don't know if it's a limited edition one, but it definitely is a special edition one, a different one. So there are several different types of Van Gogh watercolor boxes out now, not just um, types of palettes, but also the range of colors in each palette vary depending on the collaboration that Van Gogh or that it makes. Um, so this is their version of colors based on their collaboration with the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam, and the color range on this set is based off of this photo, the self-portrait that he did. And actually, does it say it in the back? It probably doesn't, but if it does, oh well. But and the red is based off of the color of the halo that he painted above his head. So, red is my favorite color. I have red. I have another red watercolor box, but I just lucked out because it's Karen Dash's Skip brand. But I mean, I like red. I use that for the water. Anyway, so I already kind of knew. I was like, shit, I have to get this. I don't want to. I got to. So I got it. This retailed for, I think it was $34, and we don't pay tax here in Portland, so I think it was like 33 something. I don't know. And I haven't opened it or done anything. I just got it. I just got home, and I just went for a walk there after work. And these are the range of colors: 12 pans plus a brush. And the range of colors looks cool. I like all the different like lighter colors, yellows and stuff like that, and just interesting and different. So they are by Royal Talons, and this product, the product itself, the photo, repaints probably, they're all licensed through Van Gogh Museum, and Royal Talons is make the paint. So made in Netherlands. These are the pigment numbers. So, a set of 12 colors inspired by Van Gogh's masterpieces, a brush, number 6 brush, and a mixing palette. So, I think the colors are based off this photo, but either way, it's, yeah. I think it's pretty great. So, he painted this self-portrait in the winter of 1887 to 88. I was born in 1987. When he had been in Paris for almost 2 years, the painting is almost one of Van Gogh's boldest color experiments in Paris. He placed complementary colors alongside one another using long brush strokes, blue and orange in the background, and red and green and in the beard and eyes. The colors intensify one another. I'm reading through the camera. Alright, so yeah, and you get to support the work of Van Gogh Museum. And if you haven't seen any documentary or movie based on Van Gogh, there's a few good ones. They're all pretty good. I think they're all worth watching. Okay, so let's see. Open this up. So, the box is pretty simple. I'm actually surprised that they haven't fallen out or they don't fall. Probably, I wonder. Let's see. Do we have any damage from? It looks like. Anyway, it does look like there's marks on it already, but look at these marks. They don't look like marks from a person. They look like marks from a machine, see? Or from sliding from other there's a mark here and a dent here, so that it probably did fall down. They honestly look like factory marks. So, I don't think that should affect the box. I could have looked for a better one, but honestly, I really don't care. So, yeah. So it's not like 100% perfection, but it's all good. It's a mold. So this mold is pretty good. So doesn't have any, it's not very strong. It's kind of really easy to open. So pointing that, oh, and that fell out. Alright, so what was that impression, first impression? I have used Van Gogh paints in the past, but I have had tube paints from Van Gogh. Yeah, this right here looks pretty cheap. Look at that. So it's crazy. Hope I don't break that. But so you know, it'll be okay, I guess. But definitely way too light. I mean, I barely. If it touches anything, it's opening. So might have to tie something around this or keep a rubber band around it. No big deal actually, because what I might do with this is you know, put a book with it and put a rubber band, or put like a cloth around it and a rubber band, so that way I just need some water. Anyway though, that is a little disappointing. I really wish that this had a better locking mechanism. This was $30, $33. This was also $33, and this thing is tough. This won't open for nothing, and it's really easy to open. Okay, so alright, well, and the noise like that is from the plastic. So this palette is questionable. It says quality brand, but if you look on the plastic here, it looks like it's not very uniform the way the paint was molded or the plastic. But as long as it doesn't come apart, I'll be happy. But even the hinges inside are made of plastic. This is a part of the mold from being printed. Other than that, it looks gorgeous. So here's the brush, number 6 brush. It's Van Gogh, Royal Talons, and I believe Da Vinci make the brushes with Royal Talon collaboration somehow, so I'm not sure exactly, and I'm not sure exactly what kind of brush this is, but I assume it's going to be a synthetic brush. That's really nice. It's definitely a synthetic brush, so that's good. It's a nice ferrule. So there's good grip there. It's not going to come off. And yeah, it feels good. It feels good in the hand. It definitely does anything that you need it to do. Can definitely put it in even better, maybe. But it's a little loose. It's not the best quality, but it's $30. Okay. Not bad. Very pointy, so we'll see if that stays like that or comes together, how that works. And I think these pans don't have a way of opening or this is really thin, by the way. I just realized that. I mean, once these are in, they'll be stuck in, which is no big deal, but you can remove these pans, but I probably wouldn't recommend this brush for removing them. If you do remove it this way instead of the other way so it doesn't break off, but I feel like this is way too thin. This is made though to remove this mixing tray here, and that works really well. So I don't need to remove the mixing tray, but just so you can see. And it's got a special code. It's my bank pen. I'm gonna remove this though, because that'll be annoying if I did decide I want to paint something with a lot of paint, put water in this. Maybe like a wash and then can't get the sticker off. Rush it and then get gum on it, but I forget all about it. Okay. I wonder why that sticker was on the bottom. But whatever. Anyway. So it snaps into place, it seems. Cool. Alright. So this is a nice size brush. And the colors in here, does it say? On here it just shows the pigment number, but it should say it in here. Okay, so this is opaque white. Oh, here we go. English. Opaque white. Okay, so I just finished opening all of them, and they all have numbers but no information. I thought they were pigment numbers, but they are not. These are the same, or maybe they are, and this just has something else in it, like white or something else, but maybe still wouldn't be single pigment. Anyway, apart from that, they do have their light fast in their individual packages, and they all have the light fast of 3, if I didn't mention that or cut that out before I started unwrapping all these. So except for one, which is 2, so they should all last. The quality, or the paint should not diminish over time that easily. Okay. Just gonna do some quick swatches. This brush is a little, or has some glue on it, so just gonna clean that really quick. Took form really well, but I'm just gonna make sure I get all that glue off. Brush cleaner. Okay. All right. Has very, very pointy tip, so that's good. Look at that. Awesome. All right. So let's see how it puts on paper. This is just, it's not cotton paper. It is watercolor paper. It's cold press, acid free, and it is 140 pound. So, trying to see if there's anything else about this paper, but it's just a yeah, it's just a piece of paper. So first color, opaque white. So because it's opaque, we need to make sure so I'm going to paint a smudge, put that line over it. So I need that to dry actually. That should be just fine to do. Should just come back to it, but it dried pretty quick. All right. Nice. It's already better than the white set, the white paints that come in the other watercolor boxes, which will be a Chinese white, but they just don't really mix well. This is opaque white. Just says opaque white. Alright, and this one is yellow ochre. The next one. This brush does hold some water, which is good. Unlike other brushes that come in these pocket sets, that's like the bristles are so small, they're really made for like doing eyelashes, and they don't hold anything, so they're really good for doing, literally doing eyelashes. This is just almost a regular brush. So I actually should have had it a little drier when I picked up color, but it picks it up really well. And I heard that these Van Gogh sets aren't great for granulation. I just bought a new watercolor set and it's extremely granulated, so if that's the case, I really hope that's true, but I don't do Swatch as well, so it really wouldn't matter to me. Or I wouldn't be able to do it well, or to test it, so it's all good. It doesn't really apply to me anyway, what I do. So I mean, as soon as I touch this with water, it just activates really quickly. And you can almost see that it like makes a puddle. So alright, this color was Naples Yellow Red. It looks like a really amazing flesh tone. So I really like that because I like that doing portraits, so that's a really good set for that. I bought another set to do landscapes, so that's really good. Don't have to worry about switching anything or anything like that. So this next one is Indian Yellow. Yeah, the water takes on really, the paints activate really well with the water. And I like the brush. It's not probably that great, but I'm thinking about the other brushes and expecting that quality, and this is just like a regular synthetic brush. Yeah, I like that color. Next one is Madder Lake Deep. Very transparent. I don't know. They seem granulated just fine. Okay. Of course, these aren't big swatches because I'm gonna have to cut this card down and put it in the back of that tray. So I gotta hope that fits when I'm done. I'm just gonna have to draw one out, and which would probably be nicer. I just don't want to do that. Alright, this next one's indigo. Pretty. Very rich. Probably a dye. Definitely. Okay. I want to pick some of that up to see the color, but I take it when it dries it might shift, but also I'm just gonna try to lift a little bit off. See. It dries differently. So I guess I am trying to do a swatch, but definitely don't do them right. Okay, so next one is burnt sienna. God, it looked purple to me, but my eyes are been up all morning. It's 250. Oh, this burnt sienna looks really good. Looks like a golden quinacridone or something. That red in there, but yeah, golden in my eyes. So cool. It's really nice. They flow better than the older ones did, in my opinion. So that took me by surprise. If you notice, they're not so chalky right away. The older ones are, and the colors are just as vibrant. Yeah. Maybe not as much, but that it was just so much chalkiness in their past ones. You can add a little bit more pigment in here. It's just so hard to tell. I didn't put like a line through it. How opaque these are, but they seem semi-opaque because they dry chalky, or they dry like that. So how Van Gogh paints dry. So that hasn't changed. But they look beautiful. I really like these range of colors. I really like that. And Indian yellow. Or was it the Naples yellow orange? I don't know. Yeah, because I like them all, to be honest. So I'm excited. Burnt sienna shifted, in my opinion, a little bit lighter to darker. So if it stayed lighter, I would have loved it even more. But it's kind of drying to a matted sheen as well. And I like the transparency, but it's all good. It looks very nice at first. I unwrapped all of these and had mentioned all of the names and everything, and then realized that unwrapping took way too long, was extremely boring. So I forgot to like mention these names as I came along. But after burnt sienna, I had the permanent lemon yellow, and then the pyro orange, and then right now I'm doing the actually knocked it. I had these in order, but I knocked it out of the way, but that's not right. So I'm gonna fix this colors. These in the right order. Oh, turquoise blue. Oh, of course, turquoise blue. I'm just not looking at the colors. So turquoise blue, and the next one's gonna be hooker's green. Am I missing a color? I think I am missing a color. Oh, I had this one. So anyway, yeah. Let's confuse myself. So Hooker's green, it is what it is. I don't like use greens much, but I want to. And I have another set that has a lot of greens. So I'm excited to get to know and use this, but it goes great with, I know how to use it. Goes great when you gotta do it, mix it with portraits and anything like that, but, or for backgrounds of a portrait, but which I like using for that for as well, but, and paint's great as well. And this paint's gray. It's okay. I don't really see any like made special hue or anything with it. Yeah, very neutral, not too cold, not too cool, not too warm in my opinion, but might look different on the camera, so I'm just gonna pull it up and see. Yeah. And I'll write down their names on them when this dries. So if I compare this paint to some other paint, let's see, I have swatches of other paints. I think the qualities are pretty good for the price. And I love the color selection of this one. So this is Zen Art, which I did a video on that. When you compare them, I would say the consistency and quality of the pigments in the Van Gogh are better. And compare it to the Kuretake. The Kuretake are really good when you compare them, but the amount of pigment and the opacity is they're more opaque and more pigment in the Van Gogh when you compare it. Other than that, the quality is really good on both when you compare them together. And then Winsor Newton are just a range of professional and student colors that I've mixed around. It's not the same box. So I have some M. Graham, some Daniel Smith, and Winsor Newton in here. And a lot of them are opaque, except for maybe only one. So when you compare them, I would say the Van Gogh are more vivid, and other than that, they kind of work the same. So I'm really happy about the colors in these, and I really like the way they look. I did very, very, very tiny swatches, but this is all I really want to carry with me. I'm gonna cut this down and put it in the back of here. And I just really plan to use this a lot. I really plan to use this in my other set and carry one of these two every day, and do one painting at least every day this summer. So that's my goal. This is the Van Gogh watercolor pocket box, in collaboration with the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. It is Blick Art online, or if you're here in Portland, Oregon, pick it up and get a hold of me and let's go paint somewhere. They have their other sets as well, their floral set and their other regular set, but apart from this special edition set, they have one more special edition set that is based on Van Gogh's other museum. Maybe it is another theme of his, and I think it was based on, instead of his self-portrait, it was just based on the museum or something like that, so I would check that out. But I liked the color selection in this, and the color, it just felt like a calling to me to have this set, and I'm planning on using this for portraits, so maybe I'll share those. Things for watching.